Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Nikitha Shakamuri. I'm going to be a pre-med student at Bryn Mawr College next year in Pennsylvania. And I just wanted to give a shout out to Fellow Beyond D for telling me about the Canara Foundation so I can talk to you guys about education today. Gandhi said, "A nation's culture resides in the hearts and in the soul of its people." The Republic of India is a country made up of 1.3 billion people. The country consists of diverse cultures, traditions, vibrancy, and customs. So why is a country with so much to offer in need of so much change? India has customs and traditions that have been there for over 10 centuries. These customs and traditions have molded generations of families and also have molded who we are today. But in order to grow, to invent, to modernize, we must make change. So how do we make that change? The root of all change is to be more knowledgeable and more worldly, which in all stems from education. But to acquire this knowledge, we must address the problems in India. India's long-standing culture and festivals united the country together during times of turmoil. India has united together during Operation Polo when the state of Hyderabad was annexed to the Union of India. India also fought for 8 decades to watch the victory of the end of the Third Indo-Pakistani War. Why can we Indians unite for centuries together against other countries, but still look at each other as aliens? Sania Nehwal, a leading influential woman who won India 3 medals at the London Olympics for badminton, said, "I cannot believe there is a caste system in society. I cannot believe people are judged on the basis of their prosperity." One of India's growing problems is the caste system, segregating some as upper caste and others as lower caste, which makes people feel either superior or inferior against one another. Why do we say we are one country when we find so many differences within one another? India also has the world's largest number of billionaires, 90 to be exact. We have 4,400 district hospitals and 2,935 healthcare centers. India also has 700 universities and 35,000 affiliated colleges. We have so much to offer, whether it be education, welfare, or knowledge. But why are 38.2% of Indians considered poor? Why does 29.5% of India live below the poverty line? Chandra Kochar, the youngest woman and CEO to lead ICICI Bank, oversees more than 2,750 branches, said, "I always believe that as you start out, while you should have a big dream, a big goal, it's also important to move step by step." So if you know, frankly, if you asked me when I started as a management trainee in 1984, I don't really think that I could become CEO. That's where everything starts, education. We are breeding a new generation of youth who need to have a vision for the future and an eye for what a new India could look like. Not everyone can become Kochar, but if India improves its education system and employs the No Child Gets Left Behind Act, there is a chance for a new start. The No Child Gets Left Behind Act in the United States is a United States Act of Congress. The act gives an opportunity to each state to develop its own academic standards, but makes sure that all basic skills are developed. If India employed this act, each child would have the chance at an elementary and secondary education. Some children in India, due to neglected child labor laws, work instead of going to school to support their families. With the NCLB Act and a chance at a better education, kids would be exposed to the growing problems in India. Every problem, whether poverty, ignorance, or ideologies, can be changed with a new perspective, which at the end requires education. Thank you for your time.
Thank you, Nikitha. Again, she has spoken about the education and also some of the issues like the child labor, what is there in the country. These are the issues raised, and ultimately she again said education is the solution. So right from beginning, we are all coming on to the education only, and education is the only solution. Even Swami Vivekananda also said education is the only solution for all the problems in the country. Any responses from the audience? Right, again, the response is about, she's talked about this strong family system is also required, and she talks about the caste system also. That is another problem. Again, it goes back to the education. A literate man and an educated man. A literate man or a literate woman looks in the form of caste. An educated man and an educated woman sees the other human being as a human being, as a fellow human being. That is the difference. So, again, the whole thing was on the caste system. Again, it has to be somehow tackled. The other is the strong family system also, she talked about this thing. So the Mother's Day, Father's Day celebrations and all, I always say, let us celebrate Family Day. So it is the Family Day culture that we should have, because every day, I keep telling people, let us have a meal together, every day. If you have a meal together, then you will come to know what are the issues we should have. Because with this communication and with these cell phones, even now within a house people are talking to each other on WhatsApp. Come for lunch, your lunch is ready. Come and have food. That is the thing. So this technology also, I always look at the technology as something. Technology should be like salt. Technology also like salt. The more the salt in the food, you can't eat the food. So I went to a school in India, in Vijayawada somewhere. I was asking about this Facebook. One small fellow, a small boy, stood up and said, I have 1,000 friends on the Facebook. 1,000. I asked the boy, what do you do every day with the 1,000? He says, in the morning I get up and I say, hi, how are you? I type. Then all the 1,000 people, they reply, hi, I am fine, I am doing this, that, and that. I asked the boy, how much of time you spend on the Facebook per day? He says, 2 hours. Then I told him one thing, tomorrow morning take my advice and give a message to your friends. All my 1,000 friends, my school fee has been hiked. My father doesn't have money to pay. So all of you please kindly send $10 to my account and give the account number. The boy sent that message, but next day he came very, this thing, telling me, uncle, no one responded. Then you said you have 1,000 friends and every day you spend 2 hours on Facebook. But see, your friends are not responding. Now I realized that these friends are not of any use to me. They only waste my time. Now, as you said, from tomorrow, these 2 hours I spend and I read a good book. So then the boy started reading good books. That means in a year he could read 365 books. By the time he passed out of the 10th standard, he read 3,650 books. When that boy was going on the roads, it was like a moving library. It's an encyclopedia moving on the roads. So people used to come and ask him so many questions. So what is this? What is that and all? So technology also, especially the young lot, because the way you use because you work very fast on your mobiles, on Facebook also. So these are some of the things which we need to look into, because these are the impediments that are coming in your way. Yes, Facebook is good, but have some time fixed for it. Every day, say 15 minutes, I talk to my friends. Afterwards, I read good books. Because good books gives you a lot of knowledge. And in the process, you get educated. That is what it is. So, when even immediately that boy asked me, uncle, do you have a Facebook account? I said, I have a face and I have so many books at my home. I have a face and I have so many books at my home. So I don't have a Facebook account. I said, okay, that's good. So I told boy, instead of having 1,000 friends on your Facebook, have 4 friends who can read your face like a book. That is what I told the boy. Have 4 friends. They can read your face like a book. If you are in sorrow, immediately they will come and ask, oh, what happened to you? If you are joyous, they will ask, yeah, how are you? These are the people whom we need in life. So, let us utilize our time properly. That's what is the youngsters. If you want to bring change in the society, you have to effectively use the time also. Thank you very much.